Katie.
Hey.
Welcome to SAINTCON Hallway. It's good to have you.
Thanks.
Last night you did a thing.
I did a
What
thing.
was the thing last night?
It was family night.
Family night at SAINTCON.
Yeah.
That's a thing?
It's a thing.
It is a thing.
We do a family. Troy really wanted to get the kids more involved with it, and to be able to do that, get the parents and the kids involved, which kind of builds relationships with their own kids, and also teaches kids to know what being a hacker is, right?
What if we come to SAINTCON to avoid our thing? Is this kind of defeating the purpose of bringing them back?
No.
Just kidding. I love my family.
If you're hiding, you don't have to bring them. That's the cool thing. They don't need to know that it's a thing.
But now they do.
They do. Just don't show this video to your wife.
No, family night's awesome. But it's like a little bit of work for you?
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
So all the widows are committee members' wives that don't see their husbands for a month in October because they're busy with SAINTCON. And
Prepping, planning.
Yep. So Troy made this thing. He's like, we got the SAINTCON widows because they never see their husbands at this time of year. And he's like, that'd be cool if they could be in charge of the family night. And he asked me, and I said, sure, I'll head that up. We'll see how that goes.
And you're going to do it again next year?
That's the plan, unless Troy decides to change it.
No, usually you'd never want to ask people that at the conference, but you were seeming very positive. And the fact you said yes means you for sure did.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're like, I don't know, we'll see.
No,
that sucked.
I'm hoping we'll get to a perfect where we can get it perfect, and then we'll pass it on to the next person so they don't have to figure out
all the hard
crap.
stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I have amazing, wonderful widows that are willing to help because that gives them a chance to hang out with their spouses again too.
Right.
So, yeah.
You have a handle. What's your handle?
Mike's wife.
Mike's wife? That's super OPSEC.
Yeah. So my handle is because of Chris.
Chris, from here on the committee?
Yeah.
Speaker?
So at DEF CON, the first time I met him, he's like, I know you as Mike's wife. What's your real name? And I was like, Mike's wife. You don't get to have him.
And I just leaned into it.
Oh,
just
yeah,
Mike's
I
wife.
totally went for it. And then everywhere else, he's known as Katie's husband, so I'm more than happy to be Mike's wife.
So in this industry of InfoSec,
I'm happy to be Mike's wife.
He's CompuKid Mike.
Yep.
You're Mike's wife. Everywhere else, he's Katie's husband.
Yeah.
I love it. It's perfect.
So it works out pretty good. And then all the amazing wives that help in the widows are just kind of fantastic. I just keep them wrangled.
Right. That's real talent, though.
They all work really well, and I can trust them all, which is really nice.
Right. So you made the DEF CON badge.
I did with Michael, yeah.
And you had a lot of toxic fumes in your house?
Just a little bit.
Is that a nice way to put it?
Yeah.
What's that story? What's the craziest part of that story, or what do you want to share from that?
Craziest part? All of it. We had 4 months to make 13,000 badges, which was daunting. And then with the shortage of
But these were all assembled somewhere else and shipped fully nice and packaged?
No.
That's how it works, right?
No,
easy. Badges just show up, you hand them out, right?
No, I wish. I really wish.
I'm leading you to the story. Go ahead.
Should be this way. So we had 4 months, and with shortage of chips, we changed chips 3 times.
Ugh.
And finally, like every time we found one, they would just disappear. And I'm like, you just need to buy one, sweetie. Just do it. Just go. Just buy one. We'll make it work. So we did. We got 13,000 of those. And
did they go to your house?
The chips went to the people who put it.
Okay.
The assembly house, which was PCBX, I think. Yeah. So they did the assembly, but we did a 2-layered sandwich board. So we had to get spacers and put those in. And then we did a keyboard. And we were trying to find keycaps that were cheap and in our price range. And we had a guy, and he just disappeared.
So it didn't happen.
No.
And your thought, like, we could use a bunch of 3D printers.
Well, he's like, I'm this close to printing them because I want what I want. And I was like, yeah, I don't want the other ones either. They just wouldn't look as good. And I was like, we could make them.
It was your idea.
No, we both he's like, Katie, I've done the math. Here's this much, we can do it for this cost. This is not labor parts, but labor costs, but parts costs. And I'm like, okay. And he was going back and forth and wishy-washy. I'm like, I don't feel bad about this. Let's go. Let's order those printers now. So we ordered 7 printers, or we ordered 1. Made sure we could do it.
Right.
Which are like we ordered 1 resin printer, not 3D printer or filament. Is that the word I want?
You're smarter at this than I am. I actually don't know.
Right. So filament, we did a resin instead of filament printer, and so he narrowed down the design what we wanted, and he figured out we needed 7 printers. So we ordered 7 printers. 2 days later, they showed up at our house.
Is this your kitchen table? Where'd the printers go?
So my husband has an office down in our basement, and it's like a 7x12 kind of cell. And
Cell? He calls it a cell.
I call it a cell. It's
like
small. So we cleared out his room and put up 2 tables, and we had all 7 out right there. And then we had a cleaning station, because with resin you have to rinse off the resin before you can cure it. So you rinse it in alcohol one time, then you rinse it in alcohol
So you got like
again.
a full-on meth lab.
Oh, totally. Yeah. And like resin doesn't smell good anyways.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure.
And then the alcohol.
Yep. On top of the alcohol, we had to go buy lots of fans so that the fans would blow the air right out of his window. We made sure we had good flow, but I'm pretty sure we lost some raisins.
Well, we're all big fans of what you did.
Thank you. It was
I
fun.
still play with the keyboard at my desk. Clickety click click clickety click click.
Right? I still have yet to play. Simon Says on one of our badges.
I catch myself on some conference calls. I have to make sure I'm muted because I'm just clicking on that.
It's a great fidget
It
spinner,
is.
man. I walked around the con just,
Right.
this is really enjoyable and helps with like all the little pent up ADD-ness.
What's the first SAINTCON you came to?
Oh, snap. 2018?
18?
Yeah, so
Was that the same year that you came and you said, I'm going to help do some of this? Or was that just the first year you just participated as Mike Sweat?
I didn't. I came and brought my kids to the first kids' night thing that was just kind of very chill.
I'm going to make this better.
No, well, I don't
You
know how
complained about the AV. That's on
yes,
you.
I did.
That's on
No.
you.
No, I don't know how that evolved, actually. Well, so like I came the next day, and it was kind of fun to walk around, and I go to DEF CON.
Right.
I've been going to DEF CON for a couple of years then. I'm like, that'd be kind of fun, and I've done Open West with him, and I've helped him with badges there, and I've been doing badges for a long time, just not
Right.
coming out about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, it works. So, yeah, he just kind of, the next year he's like, hey, I did the Widows, and Burley's like, I'm not going to be in charge of that. And I was like, I'll give it a go.
Awesome.
I do PTA, I can handle this.
Well, we're grateful that you do. You guys do a lot of hard work and make this con a great success. My kids loved it.
Good.
They do every year. They're always talking about it for a while, and then they'll come back last night like, isn't this the place that we did this thing? Like they just start remembering, and great experience. So
Good.
whatever you did is a great success, and we're appreciative of it.
Thank you. I appreciate all the
I'll
Widows.
just give an opportunity at the end. Any questions for me? It's open-ended. You don't have to.
Ooh. I don't know.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for joining me in the SAINTCON Hallway, and we'll see you next year.
Yes.